one thing in my journey of trying to build a business is that I have this problem. Because I was a pretty good student in school. My main problem is that I thought learning more, right? Consuming videos, books, podcasts meant that I'm just getting smarter. I'm gonna get more prepared. I'm gonna get more prepared. I don't know what the right word is. I don't even know what I'm preparing for, because technically consuming a podcast, a book, you only need to consume so many books and podcasts before you should just start doing it. I have a habit of just consuming trying to find the best podcast, the best book, which is actually wasting time, right? You're spending time and energy consuming it, which I probably play at 1.8 speed instead of trying to figure it out yourself. And the problem is that you think you're being productive, you think you're learning, but you're not actually trying out all the different nuances, experiments that you should be trying out to what this saying was, fail fast and then learn, then adjust. A lot of it is what I've noticed from doing this approaching strangers thing is that a lot of the time you just gotta take action. You just gotta try it and see what happens. You don't know what happens until you try it. I think in school they taught, especially in maths exams, you taught, you analyze this problem, you can see 5 or 10 steps ahead. But in real life, you can't really see 5 or 10 steps ahead, especially in a social situation. So you have to go, see what happens, then adjust, and gain feedback. I think business is probably the same. You gotta try it, see what happens, look at the feedback, then adjust. Whereas I think I have a habit of overly reading a lot of books, over reading a lot of podcasts, overly trying to find, this billionaire to listen to, this millionaire to listen to. And I think it makes you you pay too much attention to the podcast and you're not paying attention to your own experiments, your own side hustles. So it's something I'm working on. So from this book, it says, it's called Now Not How Habit for $1 Million Weekend. He says, most people, when they start a business, the first intuition is to learn to read a book, take a course, seek out advice, and then take action after having considered all these facts. After all, there's a tons of MBA programs, $10 Udemy courses, free Udemy courses actually, free YouTube videos, entrepreneurship or how-to books. So why would you learn all you could? It's going to be a whole lot safer and makes you a lot less likely to fail. He writes, this is wrong. Overthinking might seem like the smart way to launch, but it's far less effective. Super successful people do the opposite. They take action first, get real feedback, and then learn from that, which is 1,000,000 times more valuable than any book or course, and quicker too. So he says most people overthink first, act later, whereas every successful entrepreneur, they act first, then figure out later. And I also think I figured out this is from real life, approaching strangers. You figure out, you gotta take action, talk to them, right? Then adjust. Then you can figure out whether this thing is right or not. But yeah, I've been trying to do this for 5 years, and I've consumed podcasts at 1.8 speed for 5 years. I don't think I learned. It's not that you don't learn anything. It's just that, your life technically doesn't change from listening to podcasts, listening to books. Right? It only takes when you actually take action. And Tony Robbins has this quote: I don't really listen to Tony Robbins anymore, but he's right. He says, knowledge is not power, it's only potential power. Execution trumps, knowledge or learning. So you gotta try. The thing is, I know this theoretically, I know this. Yeah, I still trying to find the shortcut. I don't think there is a shortcut, because if there was, I think people would have figured it out and made money off it. And he says, any analysis ahead of action is purely speculation. You really do not understand something until you've done it. Rather than trying to plan your way into the confidence to act, just start acting. Yeah, I think it's especially for me. I think I don't know if a lot of smart people do this. You overanalyze the situation, whereas you just gotta try it, see what happens, and then readjust. So use the model now, not how.